Welcome to season 4 of the StephUp podcast. I am back. I have decided to bring the StephUp podcast back. It's funny when I end a season, I never know when I'm going to come back and what I'm going to be doing. I just go with the flow, with what feels right in that moment. And this season, I'm going to have guests and I'm going to speak on the mic and have solo episodes. I'm going to do a variety of them all because that's what feels right for this season. And, it's, I've been learning to listen to what feels right, what my body is telling me. And I just had to let go of something that was important to me. And it's been a very emotional weekend. As I've been wrestling, do I let this go? Do I continue on? Because sometimes your body is telling you when things don't feel right, when maybe there's an annoyance, frustration that can come out from something, and you're thinking, "Ugh, I don't really enjoy this anymore." And yet your brain is saying, maybe give it a chance, do this, do that. I mean, I keep going, keep going. And that might be the right thing. You until you really know what that feeling is within you. Sometimes it's fear coming up and you think, "Oh, I'm going to stop." You keep going because no, this is what's right for you. But when it's something that maybe is just you feel like you're constantly coming up against a wall in the sense of it just isn't fun anymore. It just doesn't feel right. That's when I know it's time to decide. And I decided a few times. I said, "Okay, I'm going to stop doing this. It doesn't feel right. It's just not fitting." But then my head got involved. I started thinking, "Well, no, but I think maybe this would work, maybe that would work. We'll try something new." Because that's what we do. We try to pivot, and I feel like I'm the queen of pivoting like for the past however many years, because this is just constantly my life is pivoting into something new and seeing where that goes. But yeah, so I wanted to keep trying, and but every time I just felt more of a burden, more of a burden. And so when I really decided, no, this is not for me anymore, the weight lifted. So there's a peace that comes with that. When you feel like this weight is gone, when you feel a relief, when you feel a peace about something, that means something. And that's when I knew that this is the right decision for me to let go. And yes, and I'm grieving it because there's so many things that come up, right? While you might, while you know that this thing that you're meant to let go, you're meant to let go. And you know that you feel a peace. You know that that weight is lifted. There's also other feelings. So many feelings come through. And that's where it feels just so complex. And it can feel exhausting. I'm feeling sadness and relief, kind of anger and peace, frustration and happiness. There's just all of these things mixed together because that's what happens. So many things are not black and white. Things are so many different mixtures. And I'm grateful. I have friends who understand these things. And there are many people who don't. There are many people who will just say, look, this is good. This is good for you. You need to move on. You need to do this and this and this. And they're right. And also, but I have these feelings. And I was thinking the other day as I was sorting through this, and I like to take walk. There's a cemetery I like to go to. I like to take a walk in there. It's lovely. And people have said, do you ever think about what's in the like, do you ever think of all these people that you see the gravestones? I do. I like to look at their names and wonder what their lives were like, you know? Who is this person and who loved them? And I see people visiting their loved ones there. And so I thought there is sometimes we need a ceremony of something that we have to let go and lay down. And so not that I'm actually going to do a ceremony, but in my mind, in my soul, I said I'm laying this down. I am burying this and saying goodbye to it because that's what I have to do for myself. That's what I need to do to say goodbye, to close that chapter so that I can start a fresh one. And the fun thing is, I know that when I make a decision, when we make decisions, this is for all of us. You know, that old saying, when God closes a door, he opens a window or he opens another door. I mean, it's true. Whether you believe in God or not, the universe, there are things because once you decide this is not for me, and I thank you for the time, for the lessons, I thank you for that. It's beautiful. I also know because I decided for that to close, it gives me an opportunity for something new. Because whatever I've done with that old thing, hey, I learned something in there. I learned how to handle this or how to come through something. I learned maybe that I was needing something validated. I was needing myself validated through that experience. And that keeps coming up for me. I still have that need, will have that need to be validated by others. And that's a tough one to let go of. We all love that. We all seek that at some point in our lives. Maybe you're over that. Maybe you've achieved enlightenment and you don't need that anymore. That's great. Hey, I love that. I'm still in that place where I love that validation. But I want to get to a point where I don't need it like I did. And I think that's the thing that I've learned also in when when I am validated by somebody else, I tend to revert back to that little girl I was who needed others to tell me I was good enough to take up space in this world. I needed other people to come through for me to make me feel like I was worthy enough. And that's one thing that I've learned in this lesson. Okay, that still keeps coming up for me. That's interesting. And it's okay because that's where I'm at. And yet, I'm grateful for this awareness now that this is something still That can be hard for me. And so I can move forward and I can say, okay, I learned this. I can see that. And I'm grieving it. And I'm sad about it. And it's okay because I can close that door. And a new one is opening up right around the corner. Yeah. And it's okay to have all of these feelings all together. I was just thinking how some people will see you missing something, upset about something, and there is a tendency to want to just tell you you have to be positive, tell you have to see the good in it. And I believe, I know there is good in everything. Everything. We have to be open to it. We have to look for it sometimes. It's not always obvious, but there's always something. And you're going to have these moments. You're going to have this time of grieving. You're going to have this sadness and whatever else, whatever emotion you're going through. That's there too. And so to bypass that and automatically go to the positive is not helpful for people. And so that's why I said to my friend, like, I am sitting in this and I'm feeling it. And I know tomorrow will be better. In this very moment, I'm experiencing all this and I'm angry and I'm this and I'm that. I don't want to be. It's not fun being in this place. And yet, it's okay because this is what I'm feeling. And the acceptance of that, just allowing it, it's a beautiful thing. Because I don't have to force anything. I don't have to say, "Oh, I can't be upset. I can't think of this. I can't." No, I can, and I am. And I know it's just for a moment while I sort through this. And with time, with moving in a different direction, things will feel better. And you can start to see the positives. You can start to see the light. You can see that other door being opened. It's all beautiful. I want to enjoy this life. And I said, oh my gosh, I said this to God. It was a few years ago. I said, I want to experience everything. Uh-oh, what did I do? I want to experience things and I want to grow. And, for me, that is a lot of emotional pain so that I can grow through this. Only in that pain have I been able to grow. I know it sucks, but, but I want that. I tell you, I want that because I just want to grow. I want to heal through so much of this. And for you to truly come through, it's accepting that as well. It's This is a fascinating journey. Life is trippy, I tell you. Yeah. And yeah, I I don't know if you can tell, but I've been crying because I have these moments of just like bursting into tears over things. That's just me. That's what I do. Because it's how I release emotion and how I just feel better through tears. People always used to wonder what's wrong. What's wrong with you, Steph? Nothing, but well, maybe something, but sometimes nothing. It just tears just flow. But that's wonderful. And I'm actually grateful that we talk about this more because tears are tears are beautiful. Tears are releasing And I just, so many of us feel so much better after we cry. Come on. You know you do. And yeah, I just felt that I wanted to start this podcast on that note, this season on that note of saying it's okay to go through this grieving process while we're letting things go. While we know things are going to get better, while we know that there's beautiful things in letting go of that. And you're also having those feelings. And if anyone tries to tell you you can't be angry, you can't be sad, you can't be whatever you're going through, yeah, well, nobody wants to stay there. Really, we don't want to stay there. But it's in the feeling it that we really start to process it, that our body is just needing to go through that. And recognizing what our body is telling us is amazing. It's the best thing. It's the best thing that you have to know what's going on. So if there's something that's constantly frustrating and you feel like you're banging your head against a wall, that's telling you something. It's something to listen to. Yeah. Well, thank you for listening. And welcome to the new season of the Stuff Up podcast. I'm going to have interviews with people, do solo episodes. I'm just going to have fun this season. It's not going to be stressful. Uh, I just want to have fun with this. And that's, this is fun. This is so much fun for me. So thank you for listening. I appreciate you so much. I'm sending love to you.